Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. So, I decided that I would sooner do the whole Let's Make a Better Pokemon game stream today, as opposed to later on, like next month, because for starters, I kind of don't have the patience for it. And secondly, well, I wasn't really in the mood to play another Necrodancer thing, so whatever. Yeah. I'm downsizing a lot, as you can tell, because my computer, according to Colton, is being burnt out pretty much. Like it's been worn down. How it's been so badly worn down, like how it's happened in the first place, I don't fucking understand, especially within the span of a year. Like I've owned this thing for not even a year, which is just total bullshit. But also, like, you know, fucking paid a lot of money for this thing. Like, come on. If you're gonna demand a lot of money from me, I'm gonna demand a lot of performance from you. Which is also kind of the theme of this stream. Because today I'm going to be bitching and moaning about Sword and Shield. And how it demands too much of the player without actually fucking rewarding them. As in, it demands too much money and time of the player. You know, time that it's fucking wasting. So, I preemptively ended the Game Boy Advance stream because I was in a shit mood. It was a myriad of, like, mental problems and also performance issues. But to be honest, a stream like this kind of requires that I be in a shit mood, so hey, it works out. And this Thursday I'm going to be doing an art stream anyway, so I'll be able to chill out with that. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's get started. The whole point of the stream, by the way, is going to be talking about the flaws of the Pokemon series as a whole right now. Like, where it stands right now. Its flaws, what needs to be changed, what needs to be improved, replaced, etc. So yeah. And hopefully, by the end of it, we'll have, you know, conceptualized the quote-unquote perfect Pokemon game. So, yeah. This ought to be pretty interesting, because I have a lot of really good ideas for this. And it's also going to sort of technically be a drawing stream as well, because I'm going to be drawing stuff too. So hey, works out. You get 2 drawing streams. Nice. So yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's just, let's just get into this, and, oh god, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's just me. Oh god, that's even worse. Alright. Yes, I felt confident enough to do my face cam for this today because I feel like it's gonna add to the effect of it all. So it's like really hot as fuck in here. Jeez. Why is it that every time I stream it suddenly becomes hot as fuck? It's not even just like me sweating under pressure. No, it just becomes really fucking hot. And any other time, I'm freezing. Whatever. Anyways, yeah. So, where should I begin? It's a good question, actually. Where should I begin? Well, oh yeah, I know where I should begin. Pokemon Sword and Shield is hot dog shit. I could just end the stream there, and it would still be apt. Like, I would have no qualms with ending the stream there. I'd be satisfied. But I digress. Sword and Shield is the perfect example of how not to make a Pokemon game, not to mention a video game. Like, holy shit, it's so bad. Like, I keep hoping that any second now, Nintendo's gonna, like, you know, just pull off the facade and be like, it was just a joke, guys. Don't worry, we're gonna give you a free, really good Pokemon game because you decided to participate in our little prank and shit. So, yeah. Sorry, my hair feels really fucking... I can't see very well right now because I've, like, sort of resized my view size to, like, 720p. Also, it is boring here. Why don't I play some superior music from a superior generation? Motherfucker! There we go. There. Some good musics. So, where should I begin? Well, for starters, Pokemon Sword and Shield has a myriad of problems with it. Even a year after its release, I'm still immensely pissed off with it. It's just so bad, and it really makes me lose faith. Like, I've just completely lost faith in Nintendo because of that, as well as a myriad of other things as well. I lost faith in them before with the takedown of AM2R and whatnot, but this just takes the cake. Like, not only did they expect this, and I feel like, you know, I know a lot of people are, like, blaming Game Freak for Sword and Shield's problems, but I feel like Nintendo also had their, you know, greasy mitts all over this, too. Especially now that they've been protecting their IPs with an iron grip. Which, let me tell you, isn't fun. It's not fun. Especially as somebody who got so heated over that whole problem beforehand. With the takedown of, like, you know, as I mentioned before, AM2R, Pokemon Uranium. They were copy striking a lot of people on YouTube using their music. And, like, they've just been fucking nuclear over the years. And at some point, they kind of stopped doing that. And I'm like, oh shit! Are we finally starting to improve? Are we finally starting to learn? Like, I thought things were going good. Turns out that was just the eye of the fucking storm. Because, yeah, now it's starting again. The bullshit's happening yet again. Also, I'm just gonna fucking take off my socks, because it's fucking hot in here. I'm not even overdressed or anything. What the fuck? Ugh. Anyways. So... Okay, I'm back. Big oof. Okay, anyways. As I was saying, Sword and Shield is the perfect example of how not to handle a Pokemon title. You know, it's immensely flawed, it's got so many problems. Like, I honestly cannot, like, understand how they fucked it up, but they did somehow. Oh god, did they fuck it up. But why did they fuck it up exactly? Shouldn't they just, you know, make a good game or whatever? Yeah, they could have. They had every right to. They had every ability to. Like, Pokemon is one of the highest grossing, like, franchises in the world, higher than Mario. Like, the original Generation 1 games, like, they're some of the best-selling games of all time, bar none. Like, holy shit. So, considering how much dough they've been raking in, don't you think it'd make sense to actually use that dough? Apparently not. Apparently fucking not. Fucking... Basically, what they wanted to do was, for whatever reason, they decided to put in minimal effort, minimal budget, maximum returns. This shouldn't have worked. It worked. And it's so goddamn unfair. It should not have worked by any means whatsoever. But it did, somehow. And that pisses me off. Like, fucking Christ. So, as it stands, Pokemon Sword and Shield is like, what, $80 right now? If you buy it from a store? That's in Canadian, by the way, because our dollar fucking sucks. I'm just gonna assume for a moment that it's $80. You know, $79.99 is close enough. Okay. The game doesn't have a lot of content, but if you do want to get as much content out of it as possible, you need to buy both Sword and Shield. Okay? So that's $160 for both copies of the game. And maybe another Switch, too. So, how much is the Nintendo Switch? What is the Nintendo Switch right now? Nintendo Switch. Oh, $400. Cool. Fuck off. Ew. It's only got 32 gigs of storage capacity? Ugh. Oh my god. That's rancid. Jeez, the Switch is worse than I thought. Yikes. How the fuck did they even fit goddamn motherfucking... How did they even fit Doom Eternal on that son of a bitch? I mean, yeah, I know, they literally turned it into, like, fucking... Doom Eternal on the Nintendo 64, basically, but still. Whatever. Anyways, so that's $800 plus $160. All right, let's do some math here. Let's do a little bit of math. I'm gonna bring up my calculator, see if I can capture that. Yeah, calculator. All right, so here's my calculator. So let's see now. So 160. I don't know why I'm trying to calculate this. I'm fucking smooth-brained. So 160 plus 800. And I'm not including tax, by the way, so I'm being very generous here. So that's... You've already spent, like, $960 just for the sake of a single fucking Pokemon game. But wait, there's more. You need to get the expansion packs. And it's not just one expansion pass either. You need to get an individual pass for each fucking game. I'm not joking, by the way. Like, if you get the you can get the Shield expansion pass and it won't work with Sword. It's a little bullshit. That's so bad. Like, just... why couldn't it have been just a universal pass? Like... what the fuck? So then that's $70 each for both expansion packs, so that's an extra $140. This game costs over $1,100 to fucking complete. What the fuck? That's rancid. Oh, and even then, it doesn't even have the full national decks in it, so it's not even fucking worth it. It's terrible. It's just... it's greedy game design in every way imaginable. It is so bad. It is rancid. Oh, and I'm not even counting, like, Pokemon Home subscription either. So, I'm being very generous there. So, yeah. You know all those games on Steam where they're like an insanely inflated price just for the sake of being so goddamn expensive? Usually as a joke, even. This is like that, except they're actually financially successful. It shouldn't be. But, of course, people bought the shit out of this game because, A, it's Pokemon. You know, some people don't even fucking care. And also, people just want that sweet, sweet fucking reactionary ad revenue. Was it worth it? No. No. There's no way in hell it could have possibly been worth it. We've been on a constant... like... I consider Generation 8 to be the worst generation in the entire series. Worse than Gen 1. And Gen 1 was a broken, barely playable mess held together by cum and duct tape. So, I don't really understand how the fuck so many people have bought into this. Like... literally, why would you do this? Just fucking why? This is ass cancer. So, basically, you can understand how I'm just completely fucking, like, done with any sort of future that this series might have had. Because guess what? It effectively has no oh fuck. It effectively has no future now. Alright, the series is as good as fucking dead. But wait. What if there was a better way? What if there was a way to salvage the series in the state that it's in right now? You want to know what that would take? A really good game that actually is good and isn't greedy. I've occasionally joked that Pokemon is the rich kids game series. You know, like, yeah, kids, like, all over the world have played Pokemon. You know, like, so many people have played Pokemon. It doesn't matter what game it is, like, there's a million fucking games out there, and most of the fucking world has played them. So, that being said, that being said, what if we made a game that actually is fun to play, has some good foresight behind it, and isn't rushed or made for the sake of money? Well, that's where this whole fucking stream comes in. I want to conceptualize a Pokemon game where it's actually good and it doesn't make me want to fucking die. A Pokemon game I can be proud of. Because, guess what? I have fucking, like, stuck with the series since Gen 3. Alright, I've played fucking Leaf Green when I was a small taunt. Alright, I graduated to Soul Silver. And finally, right at the peak, right up there, at the very tippy-top peak, there's Gen 5 version 2. Specifically White version 2. The best Pokemon game in existence. The best official one, that is. So yeah. So, I know what you think. Oh, he's talking about the Gen 5 again. How original. Oh, whoa, what is he gonna do next? Is he gonna fucking... Here's the thing, though. The Gen 5 isn't perfect. It's the closest we've gotten to a perfect Pokemon game, but there's so many things that the series is too stubborn to let go of. There's so many things that it holds on to, like trade evos, version-specific Pokemon. You know? Like, you can't get Magby and Elekid in the same copy of the game. And also, I'll admit, the whole, like, transfer thing is kind of a bitch. Because you have to play a minigame, like, just give me the fucking Pokemon, dude. It's kind of redundant. Not only that, but also, you know, you're restricted in general, you know? And here's the thing, Gen 5 has the most effort put into it. Because, like, all the Pokemon sprites and shit, they're all fully animated. Constantly. They never stop being animated unless you're looking at a freeze frame of them, or the Pokemon is, you know, frozen. It's so good. And the animations are really good. They're high quality. Like, and, you know, they're lively, they're energetic, they're constantly moving, they're kinetic. And they're just so good. It's attention to detail. And you want to know something? Every fucking Pokemon was given that animation. Every last one that existed at that time was given that animation quality. That's amazing. That's so amazing. But here's the thing, you won't see most of those animations in the actual game itself. Because most of those Pokemon aren't accessible in just that copy of the game alone. You'd have to trade them over, or somehow, you know? But still, they exist in the game! So, yeah. So, okay, let's talk about, you know, the biggest change that I would personally make. You remove the regional dex, replace it with the national dex, and make it possible to capture every Pokemon in that specific niche, or generation, or whatever you want to call it. And there you go. You've effectively removed so many goddamn problems from the game. Like, basically, okay. Every Pokemon game has a regional dex. Some Pokemon games only have the regional dex. Like, Gen 1 only had the regional decks. Gen 7 only had the regional decks. In, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. There was no Nat Dex. I don't know if there's even a Nat Dex in Gen 6, either. I don't know. I actually never take a look at the Pokedex in those games. In Gen 6, ironically. You gotta flop them all. But, yeah. As I was saying, the removal of that national dex and focusing on just the regional decks, it removes a lot of capabilities that you could have with each game. And here's the thing, it's actually pretty fucking evident that the lack of a Nat Dex in Gen 7 is kind of a problem. Because if you catch a Pokemon using Island Scan, they don't have a regional Dex entry. So you can't read up on them, That's pretty lame. Like, they could have just copy-pasted information over from previous generations. And it seems that that's the only thing they're even good at remotely. And even then, they're barely even that good at that. Oh yeah, speaking of copy-pasting, fucking... Let's talk about another big problem, which is the 3D models that the Pokemon actually use in Gens 6 to 8. And don't tell me that there's any new models in Gen 8. There are not. There are no new models for previous generational Pokemon in Gen 8. Okay? They are no different from where they were in Gen 6. Maybe they might have a higher poly count, maybe, I don't know. But even then, that's only a matter of just smoothing out the model in Blender. It's not that hard. Even I've done it. And I'm a fucking moron. So I think that says something. Like, these models are virtually the same, and they're still really low quality, by the way. Not only that, but a lot of the Pokemon just look very jarring. They don't look real. They look like inflatable dolls. I'm not even joking. Some of them look very bloated and weird and rounded. Like, have you ever seen the likes of Charmander and Charmeleon in X and Y? Of course you have. Everybody took the fucking Charmander. Everybody. Don't lie, you did it too. If you played X and Y, that is. So, you'll notice that Charmander and Charmeleon look like they've both been stung by a million fucking bumblebees. Well, not bumblebees, but you get the point. They look like they've been stung and that they're swollen. But what if I told you that there's a better way? And it also resides on the Nintendo 3DS. Yeah, bet you didn't see that coming, did ya? See, here's the thing. While, yeah, I am peeved that they've been using, they've been reusing models, I'm more so peeved that they've been reusing the wrong models. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'd like to introduce you to the Pokedex 3D Pro. It's backwards. Hang on. I guess I should probably... That didn't work. Oh, dumbass. There we go. Okay. Pokedex 3D Pro. So, what is Pokedex 3D Pro? Also, I'm going to make my thing just a bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So, basically, what is Pokedex 3D Pro, you might be asking? Well, it's a companion app for Pokemon Black and White version 2, specifically. Now, why am I mentioning this app? It's like $20 too, so it's a pretty big investment in terms of, money. So, it costs about as much as a new Pokemon game. Is it worth it? In my opinion? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Especially considering, like, when it was released. This was released before I even had access to internet, too. So, I couldn't really rely on Bulbapedia. I'm not even sure if Bulbapedia even existed back then. Or if it was even as reliable as it is now. But, yeah. So Charmander in Gen 6 and 7 and 8 looks like shit, right? What about Gen 5 three-dimensional Charmander? Yeah, that's right. This entire app uses 3D models of the Pokemon that are actually really high quality. Like, look at this Charmander. That looks way better than in Gen 6. Not only that, but the flame on the back of his tail is actually a dynamic light source. Not only are these models more appropriate, not only are they closer to their original source material, not only are they just nicer to look at, and not only do they also have like dynamic lighting and effects, they're just so much better than what we actually got. Like, and it baffles me that these aren't the models that they're reusing. These clearly superior models that they have every right to use. Because it's Pokemon. They could just fucking reuse whatever they want. They have all the money in the world. Like, what the fuck are they worried about? You know, aside from gaining even more money, obviously. But yeah, there's like so many high quality fucking models on this thing. Like, fucking name a Pokemon from Gens 1 through 5 version 2, and I guarantee it'll look better in this fucking app. This obscure-ass app that nobody fucking remembers except for me. And I guarantee it'll look way better than it did in Gen 6 and beyond. That's a guarantee, my friend. Like, for example, I hate how Emboar looks in like Gen 6 and beyond. You know, he looks really bloated and he looks lifeless. It doesn't look natural. Pokédex Studio Pro got me covered. My boy, my big boar, Emboar. You know, look at him. Look at the boy. Look at him. Look at him. His fire is a dynamic light source. He's got much better proportions. He's much more detailed. It's a lot more high quality. Also, there's, you know, shading, too. Dynamic shading. That's pretty nice. Kind of funny how this fucking Generation 5 3DS game looks infinitely better than Sword and Shield on a modern, current generation console. I'm gonna let that sink in for a moment. This fucking random throwaway companion app from like 2011 or whatever looks better than a modern game, AAA modern game, might I add, in 2020, in 2019, 2020. It's kind of ironic, don't you think? Oh, and not only that, better animations too. Check this out. I'm actually gonna try to turn up my audio. Fuck. Look at that. He's flexing. Isn't that just so much nicer? Like, fucking hell, guys. Like, considering the fact that this thing looks way better than the modern equivalent that we have right now. Like, what the fuck? It honestly makes me question, like, why are things the way... And look at that! Look at that! Purloin is even sitting down properly instead of fucking A-posing. Amazing. Listen, Purloin I know is sitting down. Purloin that we get, fucking cursed. Purloin actually stands in like the newer generations, and it looks immensely cursed. Like, imagine if your cat was just like, it looks like a cursed image. I fucking... I suck at drawing this Pokemon. Like, this is basically how it looks. It just feels immensely cursed. Like, this doesn't look good. This is basically what's actually happening right now. Like, that's actually how the fucking model is happening. Did I even English right there? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. It's just so dumb. And there's like... ugh, there's just so much I could go over. Okay, how about Ghastly? Ghastly looks like shit in Gen 6 to 8. You wanna know why? Now, granted, I'll admit, this is kind of charming because, you know, I'm a weirdo, but Ghastly is like gas is like immensely pixelated. It's not even blurry or anything, it's like sharp pixels, which I'll admit, it's better than blurry pixels, but still, that's so weird. Ghastly in this fucking app looks like ink. It's like weird, inky gas. And it actually looks good. I don't know if this will show up good, but look. It's like all inky and shit. It might not look as good to you guys as it does to me, but like that looks like believable. I can believe that this ball of gas would look like this in real life. Hell, even Ditto's surface has actual texture to it instead of just being a solid color. Ditto! That's pretty good. You guys wouldn't be able to see it, but, you know, I can. Because, you know, if I were to just keep shoving this thing up into the fucking camera, just... like, come on, this is so nice. So, yeah. So, but, you know, these are old models too, so, you know, maybe you might want to try something new. Yeah, okay, and just fuck it up again? Even the new Pokemon look like shit. Take a look at Blipbug. Even fucking Ken Sugimori was like looking at this Pokemon and like, oh god, how do I salvage this? And like desperately tried to salvage so many of the fucking designs for each Pokemon. Some cases, you know, he did a good job. In others, Blipbug is just unsalvageable. Alright? Blipbug is fucking dead to me. You know, like he should be. So yeah. So, how do we fix this? So I've mentioned the problem, so how do we fix it? What's the solution? You know? Any problem can be fixed, you know, especially something as simple as this. Also, I'm gonna, like, reflip my thing so it looks better. There we go. So how do we fix this problem? It's very simple. Here's what you do. 2D sprites. You might have noticed that Pokemon has kind of suffered as a series ever since they went full 3D. You know, performance issues, the models looking like shit, you know, a lot of sacrifice had to be made for the sake of either performance or for the sake of time. Like, it's just really bad. Gen 6 feels really rough and rocky around, like, it feels really rough around the edges, and for good reason. Because it was a little bit rushed for the sake of making every Pokemon 3D, and they didn't even use good models anyways, so what's the fucking point? Here's a solution. Use 2D sprites that are animated, like in Gen 5 version 2. Because those games had just bursting with character from every scene. Alright? Every fucking ounce of effort is just oozing out of those games. Like, have you guys ever seen, like, fucking, oh, have you ever seen Emboar in, okay, I've already, like, mentioned Emboar enough times, but still, this does need to be mentioned. Hang on, let me show you, see if I can show you guys the media file. Media source, okay. Browse. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Okay, so Okay, please animate. Please animate. Yeah, loop. Yeah. Here's how good Embor looks in Gen 5 version 2. Look at him. He's fucking majestic, dude. Alright? He's confident. You know, it's showing off his character. You know, this looks good. This looks acceptable. This looks fucking... Alright? They did... This whole animation is part of the reason why he's my favorite Pokemon. Because I grew up maining him, and just the feeling I had when just, you know, using him in a fight. He felt like a fucking freight train, my dude. And, you know, having played Volt White and Blaze Black version 2, he's even more of a freight train because he gets the ability Adaptability. I don't think I need... For those of you who don't know, Adaptability makes every move that's, you know, in this case, Fire and Fighting, because those are Embor's types. Every move that matches the Pokemon's type that's using it makes it twice as powerful. Which means that Flamethrower, which has a power of like 90, let's say, now has 180 power. 180 power. Imagine having this ability and using a fucking Z move. Strong. Very strong. Like, god damn. So yeah, Embor feels like a freight train, appropriately. You know, he's bashing his knuckles together, he's feeling good. You know, he's being a big beefy boy. Big beefy boy. So, what did we get exactly in, So what exactly did we get in, fucking... What's it called again? What exactly did we get in Gen 6? Where the fuck? What? Where'd it go? Oh. Like, which of these looks better to you? And also, to be fair, I'm going to use point filtering. Like, which of these looks better to you? Gen 5 version 2? On the left? Or Gen 6? And by extension, Gen 7 and Gen 8, if it were in Gen 8, because Gen 8 fucking sucks. Over to the right. Which one looks better? Would you rather have confidence on the left or rigor mortis on the right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Pokemon animations aren't good in the modern generations. And, you know, you could argue people are expecting too much out of this, you know? Like, you know, there's so many moves, we'd have to... You know, obviously you'd have to cut back a lot of stuff, and it would take way too long to make the game. Okay, that's a fair argument. So what if we just remove 3D entirely so you don't have to do these move animations? Just the idle animations and overworld animations. That's a pretty good solution, in my opinion. I don't know why you wouldn't use this solution. Like, do that! Go back to fucking Gen... Like, just go back to animated sprites. It's not that hard. Like, there you go. You have now officially cut down a grand majority of your workload. And you have now mitigated a lot of complaints. You fixed it, then. And, you know, as much as I would appreciate, you know, the reuse of, Gen 5 sprites, I would also appreciate new sprites. So what if you just redid these animations in a hand-drawn style? One thing that the Pokemon series is always trying to mimic and always failing because, bad 3D is the anime style. The generic anime style. Okay, so what if you went full bore with that? What if you did make the animation look nice and fluid and quirky? Do that! Make things exaggerated. That sounds like a good idea, in my opinion. Exaggerate things. Exaggerate designs. Make them over the top. And better yet, make them look like actual fucking monsters. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, this first stream of this series, or whatever you want to call it, it's mainly just going to be me bitching and moaning about the problems that Gen 6 and beyond has. But like, it's not just Gen 6 and 7 and 8, especially 8, that has these problems, there's a lot of problems that are carried over through series tradition. As I mentioned before, trade evos, version exclusive Pokemon, etc., blah blah blah. Okay, here's how you mitigate that. Remove trade evos, replace them with a better alternative. Like in the fucking UP Randomizer Pro. UP Randomizer, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. The Ultimate Pokemon Randomizer, or whatever. Because, like, in that, the randomizations made sense. And also maybe change some impossible evos, Like, one Pokemon I kind of have a grudge against is Mamoswine, I think it's called? Piloswine? Whatever. It's the big mammoth Pokemon. In order to evolve into that from Piloswine, it needs to learn Ancient Power. Like, okay, teach the Pokemon Ancient Power. You can't. It doesn't learn Ancient Power. Has anybody ever noticed that before? Anybody but me. That's a pretty big problem, in my opinion. Like, good fucking luck trying to actually get this Pokemon into a functional state. Like, how do you even get a fucking Mamoswine? How? So, remove stupid evolutions. Like trade evos, and the dumb evolutions in which you have to learn a move that the Pokemon won't naturally learn. Or better yet, instead of relying on, a move, maybe you could rely on level? The level at which the Pokemon learns that move? Like, Yanmega also has to evolve using Ancient Power. And in this case, it's a lot more forgivable because Yanmega naturally learns it at a certain level. Okay? So why not just make Yanmega evolve at that specific level? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Also for like trade evos with items, those are even worse because you need the item and you need to be able to trade. And also get the Pokemon back too in the first place. So, what if you just give it the item and then level it up? Or just use the item on the Pokemon? Like a trade stone. Trade stone. Evolutionary stone. That's what I meant to say. Fuck. Like, just do that. It's not that hard. Like, it's just common sense at this rate. So just, okay, do that. Fix things. And also, for version exclusive Pokemon, okay, let there only be one version. And make the default Pokedex the national dex and make every fucking Pokemon, catchable. Find a way to cram these Pokemon in. ROM hackers have done this before. Unprofessional, unpaid ROM hackers doing this shit for free have done this before and pulled it off with aplomb. Once again, let me take you back to Bolt White and Blaze Black version 2. That game did it. That one did it perfectly. So what's the problem? Why can't we have that? Like, have at least a certain amount of like different species of Pokemon available on each route. There you go. Problem solved. Make starters catchable in the wild. Maybe you have to go to some sort of like thing that's kind of like a hidden grotto. And, you know, hope that you find it there. That's a pretty big brain way of doing it, in my opinion. Okay. So what next? Okay. Fucking... Okay, actually, what is next? I've already mentioned art style. I've already mentioned animations and stuff. I've already mentioned, like... Okay, how about we fix Pokemon that suck? I already mentioned the whole moveset problem with Mamoswine. So, how about this? How about we change a specific Pokemon fundamentally? Rebalance things. Make them more viable. You know? I already mentioned that ROM hack that gives Emboar adaptability. That's a really good ability. Way better than just simply Blaze. Like, when the fuck am I gonna use Blaze? If my Emboar is low on health, I'm either gonna heal it or switch it out. When am I going to use this ability? So give me adaptability. That just gives me... adaptability is just a better version of Blaze. Or Torrent. Or Overgrowth, or whatever you want to call it. It's just a better version of all those abilities. So basically you saved up so much space. With getting rid of these useless fucking abilities. Okay. What next? Okay. How about the liveliness? You know, how believable Pokemon are. One thing that I will at least defend HMs and stuff on, it's the fact that they at least let your Pokemon utilize their inherent abilities to progress. That's a smart idea, but it's never really been pulled off that well, except once again in Gen 5 and Gen 5 version 2. Gen 5 version 1 especially, because you only need to use Cut once in the entire game. But what if we did enable you to, you know, have those HMs, but actually make the moves good? For example, what if Cut was a Grass-type move with 60 power? What if Strength was a Rock-type move? You know? What if we just limit the list of HMs? And get rid of the ones that are never going to be used. Focus on the main ones. You know? Cut, Strength, Surf, Fly. Is there anything else that I need to mention? Hell if I know. And, you know, how about we give back fucking idea of these abilities, these latent abilities being used in more creative ways. I remember in Gen 3, you could use Cut on the grass, and it would remove grass patches, so that you wouldn't have to worry about encounters. Only problem is, this would take time, because you'd have to go into the menu and pick grass every time. It was a trade-off. But still, that meant that a Cut had more than one use. That's pretty clever. What about... I don't know... Fucking... What if some Fire-type Pokemon could use, like, Surf, but they could surf on top of lava? I think that's clever. I mean, surely there are Pokemon that can survive lava. Like, what about Torkoal? What about that big, like, woolly... not mammoth. Fucking... the big, like, volcano Pokemon from Gen 3. What about Slugma and Magcargo? Magby? Like, think ahead, man. Think ahead. You know, what if an HM like Rock Climb was also used to climb, like, vines and stuff? To, you know, get on top of maybe a tree or something. I don't know. What if Strength, like, kind of replaced Headbutt and let you jostle trees to, like, get stuff out of them? You know? It's like Headbutt. Like, give these moves actual usage. Or, better yet, what if after every gym encounter, you learn a new ability? Not quite HMs. Like, you can learn HM moves, like Surf and stuff, like the improved HM moves, like Strength being Rock, and Cut being Higher Power, and also being Grass type. What if instead you learned these, like, abilities for, you know, commanding your Pokemon to do something? You know, it's like, hey, what if you took advantage of this Pokemon that you have that has, like, sharp claws or scythes for hands, and it just naturally has the ability to cut? What if this inherently strong Pokemon naturally has the ability to push rocks around and jostle trees and shit? What if this swimming water-type Pokemon inherently has the ability to swim, you know, and replace Surf? Once again, I think these are good ideas. Or this Pokemon that can naturally fly. You know, what if after a certain gym, you learn how to fly using that Pokemon? Obviously, you need, like, a preset list of all the Pokemon that can do these things, but, I mean, it really can't be that hard, man. Like, it's not that hard. Just pay fucking attention. And if all else fails, make sure that Ditto can do all of them. Technically, Ditto can do all of them. Technically. If you think about it. Arceus could probably do all of them. So yeah. That sounds like a pretty good idea in my opinion. Also, I'm just gonna adjust this. Yeah. So, yeah. We do these things that I've already mentioned, and already we've got a vastly better game than Sword and Shield. But then again, you know, shoving a fucking highlighter up my ass is better than Sword and Shield, so fucking, you know, improvement. Okay. I'm gonna, like, I don't know, I'm gonna shrink the boy down. Actually, have this reset transform. And it's gonna have him in the top. And I'm also gonna have you right here. Yeah. Actually, what if we had, like, animated sprites in the style of Pokemon Conquest? That game has really good Pokemon sprites. Like, okay. While I'm on the whole topic of Emboar and whatnot, actually, I'm pretty sure I have a file for this. Let me find it real quick. It's gonna look funny because of the pose that he's in, but, you know. Where the fuck? Okay, scroll. Where is it? Where is it? Fuck. Okay. What? Oh, image. I'm a fucking moron. Okay, browse. For fuck's sake. JPEG. PNG. Here we go. Where is it? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Okay then. Where is it? I literally do not know where it is. Okay then. Where is it? Oh god, please don't tell me it's a JPEG. Please don't be a JPEG. Don't be a JPEG, I swear to god. I don't know where it is. Fuck. I do not know where it is. Shit. Well, still, okay, I have an image here that I drew. Okay, here's something that I drew myself. This would probably be a good art style for a game, you know? In my personal opinion. I'm just gonna put that bad boy right down there. Yeah. Like, don't you think that'd be a good art style for, you know, animated sprites and stuff? For, like, animated Pokemon? That'd look great! In my opinion. You know? That'd look fantastic! But of course we're not actually gonna fucking get that, because fuck you, laziness. Also, I just remembered, you know, listening to this music. We've been getting a lot of, like, removables and stuff. You know, from Pokemon as a whole. There's a lot of things that we need to get back. You know, the most popular one being follow Pokemon. Now, I know we kinda got that in, you know, fucking... What's it called again? We kinda got that in the DLC for Sword and Shield, but, you know, for starters, that's DLC. I really don't need to mention why that's wrong. And also, it's not even good. It's not even good. It's very inconsistent. And, like, just really bad. Like, the Pokemon are bad at following you. You know, doing the thing that they've been programmed to do. Okay, so what now? Oh, I know. What if they stayed a set distance away from you at all times? That would be a very easy, simple solution to a problem with a very easy, simple solution. I don't know why nobody at Game Freak or Nintendo have ever thought of that. But it's just that easy. It's not rocket science. A dumbass like me can come up with this shit. Like, you remember in, like, Soul Silver and Heart Gold where they, like, stayed, like, on the tile behind you? You know, the last tile that you stepped on? Do that! Do it like that! Make it so that they follow you from a specific distance away. You know? Oh, and for the love of God, make it so that, like, flying Pokemon, like, yeah, they fly towards you whenever they're traveling. You know, if they can fly. But, like, also have them land and, like, take a breather when they're, like, standing still. Like, Give them overworld idle animations and walking animations. And hell, maybe even running animations. You know? Have them go away when you're on the bike. You know, so this way it doesn't, you know, look stupid. Like, you know, it's kind of funny if, like, I don't know, a Trapinch or something. Not Trapinch, not Trapinch. What am I thinking of? It's that Gen 5 Pokemon that got a Galarian form. It was turned into a bear trap. Stunfisk. Like, even if, like, I don't know, Stunfisk is following you, and I don't really think it's really that adept at moving very fast, you know, who cares? Just subvert that. Subvert that idea and just have it follow you consistently. There. Big brain. Problem solved. Also, another thing I need to mention, music. You remember in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and a little bit of Gen 2 as well, where there were 2 separate songs for night and day for each location, and in the case of, like, Gen 2, there were, like, different battle themes based on night and day? What if we did that again? And combined with that, seasons. It's not even like the seasonal music would even be that hard to make. It's literally just a backing track behind the base song. You know? So it's not even that hard. As for, you know, also, one thing I noticed in Gen 5 was that whenever you walk or start moving, you know, it started playing a little drum fill as you know, marched on, you know? It's like you're marching to the beat of your own drum. You're plowing ahead, you know? No matter what stands in your way. It's empowering. It feels good. Can we get that back, please? Like, right now? Thanks. I always thought that was a fucking fantastic detail. And I only learned about it recently, too. So, you know, it's just a cool-ass detail that people are just gonna appreciate when they notice it. Even if they don't notice it for a long time. Hopefully they'll notice it eventually, you know? What next? Oh yeah. Another thing I noticed in Sword and Shield, a lot of the gym leaders are kind of unoriginal. I'm also talking about, like, what they do, like, who they are, what their profession or hobbies are, or whatever. Like, Milo is, like, I think he's a gardener. And also, like, a livestock keeper or whatever. That's kind of generic for a grass-type trainer. You know, Nessa is a swimmer, and she's water-type. Kaboo is just some old dude, I don't even fucking know, or care, for that matter. And I made a list. I made a list somewhere. Yeah, and then there's B, who's just a martial artist. Alistair, Creepy Shotacon. Opal, just old bitch. Gordy, I don't even fucking know, dude. Melanie, Giga Thick MILF, holy shit. Hell, I'm trying to die, am I right? Am I right? Piers, Dark-type, Punk. Raihan, I don't even fucking know, my dude. Meanwhile, back in Gen 5, you know, Cillian, Grass-type, Chili, Fire-type, Cress, Water-type, they're waiters in a restaurant. Lenora, Normal-type, she's an archaeologist and historian. Bird, Bug-type, he's an artist. Elessa, Electric-type, she's a supermodel. You know, Clay, Ground-type, he's an eccentric millionaire prospector. Skyla, a pilot. Bryson, martial artist and actor. Drayden and Iris, historian and, you know, soon-to-be champion. Sharon, you know, trainer turned newfound gym leader and a teacher. You know, Roxy, punk rock star. Marlin, surfer dude. Huh. It kind of dips in a couple places, but there's a lot of originality there still. And they're iconic, too. I can look at them and be like, oh yeah, that's Iris. Just makes sense. Also, I don't know why I'm doing this, so I just wanted to take a look at that. I want to make sure it's nice and crisp. It's crispier than my fucking nuts, dude. Don't know why I said that. But yeah. Ow, fuck. What else was I gonna say? I forgot. I need a drink real quick, actually. I'll be right back. Alright. Myself a drink. Sorry, I'm being like super smooth brained right now. Ah. Fuck. Actually, while I'm at it, I'm gonna get a snack too. I have returned. Alright. So, now that I bitched and moaned a bunch about Sword and Shield, even though I have way more complaints than that, it's just that I can't think of any right now. Because, you know, when you have so many complaints, they're bound to get buried somewhere in your noggin. You know, like the fact that your mom in the game, you know, she thinks that you're the champion before you even actually fight the champion. Okay? I mean, I guess it would be weird if you went all the way back home when Leon's fucking waiting for you for the championship match. And also, how about we have a more traditional... Okay, I don't mind the idea of, like, how they've laid out the Elite Four. Like, Radical Soda brought up a really good point in his video about Sword and Shield, that maybe there could be, like, a preset list of different Elite Four members. You know? Where basically, you don't always fight them in the same order. It randomly picks one from the list that you have to fight. So like a preset list of like different Elite Four that you have to fight. I don't know, like an Elite 8 or something, but you only have to fight 4 of them. But like, you know, the list is different and in a different order each time. I think that'd be pretty pog, dude. I don't know about you, but I think that'd be pretty friggin' poggers. But yeah. Like, okay. Fucking let me bring up my color wheel for this. So basically, you know, this is your path to, you know, fighting the champion. Like, okay, that's the champion, like, right there. That's a championship match. Okay. However, there's like a preset list of like differently typed, you know, trainers that you have to fight. You know, elite trainers, let's call them. Like, hang on, let me open up something. Where is it? Fuck. Sorry, I'm just checking something real quick. Yeah, okay. I think I got it. Where the fuck did I put it? Where the fuck did I put it? Stupid bitch. There. Right there. Okay, hang on. Okay, so let's assume that, shit. Fucking, I don't know. Like, let's assume that the Elite 8 or whatever, you know, there's a fighting trainer, psychic, steel, dragon, I don't know, poison, ice, dark, and ground. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. So, yeah. Like I just mentioned. So, there's, like, there's a fighting type. There's, a psychic type trainer. Steel type. Sorry. And, a dragon type. For, like, the base Elite Four. But, like, there's another 4, like, the other side of the spectrum, you get, poison, you get fucking ice type, you get dark type, and you get, like, ground type. So basically, it'll randomly pick like one from the list every time you go through the Elite Four for each encounter. So one that you haven't fought yet in the current run, obviously. So, your first attempt, maybe on attempt 1, you get the poison type trainer as your first, and then you get, like, the fighting type as your second, maybe you get, like, ground type as your third, and then, in the finale you get your ice type. You fuck up and you need to try again, because you fucked up with the champion. Okay, whatever. Okay, this time you're facing the steel type first, and then you have to fight the dragon type, and then you have to fight the dark type, and then the ground type. I think that's a really good idea. I think that's a really good way of executing it. And the best part is, there's still enough types for the actual gym leaders to cover, too. Like, for actual gym leaders, here's what I was thinking. Gym 1 could be, like, a bug type. Gym 2... could be, like, grass type, or whatever. Gym 3 could be water type. Gym 4 could be, like, ghost type, or whatever, we're really ramping it up now. Gym 5 could be, like, electric type. Gym 6 could be rock type. Gym 7 could be... what the fuck is this? Is this Sky Arrow Bridge with the fucking car ambience? Oh my god. Let's move on to Drift Fail Drawbridge, which extends to, you know where it extends to. We've already heard it, but... And after rock, we could have flying. Or something, I don't fucking know. And then, the last one is fire! I haven't come up with designs of any of these trainers yet, but, I would like them to be a bit more original than just, oh, the grass type is a gardener. The water type is an adept swimmer. The rock type is a hiker. The steel type is a steel worker. Fighting type is a martial artist. Like, I want it to be a bit more original than that. Like, maybe the... maybe the type, it's not just a bug catcher or insectologist, entomologist, entomology. Is that what you call it? Entomology? Because you call it entomophobia. Trust me, I know a thing or two about that. But yeah, instead of them just being a bug catcher or generic entomologist, maybe they're, I don't know, fucking a chef. No, that would actually be a bad mixture. Well, okay, what if the grass type is a chef or something, or the fire type is a chef? Yeah, fire type is a chef. Let's assume that. He uses fire types to, like, grill his food for his customers. Maybe the poison type is a dark. Oh wait, oh no, that would actually be way too dark. I don't know, man, but whatever. The point is, like, I want the designs to be more unique and more original. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention. You're probably wondering, like, oh yeah, you got all these ideas, like, what should the region be, though? I'll tell you. So for starters, when I mentioned earlier that I want it to just be one version for the game, maybe the name could, like, reflect that in some way. Like, yeah, I did actually come up with a name for it. How about we call it monochrome, basically? As referencing that there's only one version of it, but, it's unified. What are some forms of monochrome? You then think, like, black and white, obvious reference, grayscale, sepia tone. So that got me thinking about what I should call it. Is this even black and white music anymore? Village? Is that what it sounds like? Oh yeah, I remember now. Right. You have to get all the musicians. It's a nice sound font. Hey, Peter, that's a nice sound font. So yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You think this is a good idea? I'd sure as hell hope so. I'd hate for it to be a bad idea. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering about the champion, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. Don't worry about it. I'll probably talk about it later when I get into more specifics. But right now we're covering, like, the most basic stuff. Like, we're covering stuff. We're not really covering, like, design. We're not covering, like, specific design stuff, but more so, like, general, like, structural stuff, basically. You gotta make a game before you make its box art, So, yeah. So that's how that's gonna work. So, yeah. So yeah. How much you want to bet? Okay. I'm actually planning on, like, uploading this VOD to YouTube later. How much you want to bet that Nintendo's gonna go nuclear on my ass? Because I'm doing a better job than they are, clearly. I don't even think they've even, like, addressed any of the criticism. I'm actually gonna check. Freak addressed criticism. That's from June. So everything needs to happen to me. Yeah. I'm accusing it of removing. No, they haven't really done. Okay, you guys know about the whole, like, experience share thing? You know how you can't turn it off and it affects every Pokemon. You want to know? Somebody asked Game Freak directly about that. You want to know what their response was? And I'm not joking when I say this. You guys are gonna love this. They said to put every other Pokemon in the box except for that one Pokemon you're just trying to train. You know, at times like this, one can only think. That's stupid. Oh yeah, that reminds me, about the experience share. Now, I don't mind the experience share in Gen 6 and 7. How it, just gives experience to all the Pokemon in your party. I am okay with that. Granted, I suck at video games. I'm a fucking moron. I don't know how to play RPGs. Unless they're Mario and Luigi RPGs, in which case that kind of, gets rid of the whole purpose, because it doesn't matter how high level you are, you can just win and not have to worry about, level curves. Because, part of it's also just being able to press the A button really good. A and B, and X and Y. I really need to replay Bowser's Inside Story at some point. If I could play it on stream, you know I would. You know I would. Oh god. You know I would. I'd make it a monthly game, honestly. It honestly warrants a full playthrough. It's so good. Whatever, I'm getting off topic. But I'm okay with the idea of Pokemon at least being a bit more casual friendly. So long as we also have the option to challenge ourselves, you know? So I'm gonna make another direct analog to Gen 5 version 2. Difficulty options. But do it better than Gen 5 version 2. Do it like Volt Black and Blaze... Sorry, Volt White and Blaze Black, where you unlock them at the start of the game. Like, they're just unlocked before you even make your save file, basically. That's a pretty big brain way of doing it, in my opinion. This way, you know, it can appeal to, you know, competitive fans and casual fans. You know? You get the best of every world that way. And hey, you really want to make the game worthwhile for casual fans? Make it as difficult as Penumbra Moon. I've probably said it so many times before, Penumbra Moon is just so hard that it's just brutally unfair. Like, honestly, it is so difficult. Like, it is just bonkers. It's so hard. So, you know, maybe give us the option to make the game harder for ourselves. And speaking of options, I was just talking about the experience share. Give us different ways of using it. When we receive it, give us the option to either turn it on in the key items menu so that it works like the Gen 6, like a mix between Gen 1, 6, and 7's experience share. You know, like a less broken Gen 1, you know? Where it, you know, it equally parses out experience to every Pokemon in your party, but maybe, you know, tone it back a bit more. Make it so that there's an actual reason to have the Pokemon fighting instead of just keeping them in your party. Like, you know, maybe they get less experience if they don't actually participate in the fight. I feel like that's a much smarter way of going about it. And alternatively, if you want to use it like the Gen... whatever, Gen 2? Gen 2 to 5 experience share? Then just give it to the Pokemon that you want to give it to. And basically, they'll get more experience than they would if you just turned it on to be like Gen 6, 7, and 1 style in the bag, you know? So, you know, it's a bit of a trade-off, you know? Like, you can focus training onto one specific Pokemon, or you could give every Pokemon in your party an equal amount of experience, albeit a smaller one. But they will be, you know, better compensated should they actually participate and fight. I think that's a really smart way of going about things, in my personal opinion. I'm obviously going to be uploading this to YouTube later on, so that people can watch this and give me their, you know, input. And I will listen to that input, by the way. And I may even address it in, like, any future stream of this that I do. So, hey. Oh, and if you guys want to give me any direct input, like DM me about this, just join the Discord server. Just do it, pussy. But yeah. And yes, I do read fucking comments on my videos, because I'm a very small YouTuber. Very small and inadequate and meaningless YouTuber. So obviously I actually read the comments, because I don't, you know, I don't have anything better to do with my life. Alright, so... Ugh, horrible guttural noises. What next? Alright. Oh, fuck, I'm back. I keep seeing my tags get rearranged. Like, digital art and drawing keep, like, swapping out for each other. on my tags list on the left side of my screen. It's weird. Whatevs. Now I'm bored. Ugh. My knees. This is nice music. It's nostalgic. Oh yeah, let's talk about music. So, if there is one person who I would trust with, like, doing the soundtrack for the next Pokemon game, more than anybody, yeah, and I know this is kind of stupid speculation at this point, but I want M-Dash to do the music. M-Dash makes fantastic Pokemon music, like, Jesus Christ. A friend of mine just commented on the experience share thing from Game Freak, where they're like, "Oh, just put every other Pokemon. Just put every other Pokemon like in the box. Don't worry about it." That was the wrong button. But yeah, it's stupid, isn't it? It's dumb. It's bad. You know, it's very dumb. And it shouldn't, like... But yeah, as I was saying, M-Dash's work on stuff like Pokemon Uranium, as well as just personal projects where he made like original music, it's so good. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I'm gonna kill the music real quick, and I'm gonna play some M-Dash for y'all. M-Dash is so good. So fucking good. Like, listen to this, like, original, like, song that he made as what he thought Calrex's theme should be. And I just got an ad for Doom Eternal on the Switch. You know, people are complaining about the Cyberpunk port being really bad, but you clearly haven't seen Doom Eternal on the Switch, my friends. I'd wager they're about as bad. Which is why you stop saying the console's superior when it's really not and get a fucking computer. Granted, I'm having technical troubles with mine, but that's because I got it from an unreliable source. Fun fact, I got this laptop and my acoustic guitar in the exact same building. Not at the same time, obviously, but, you know. But, yeah. This is just a bad example of a computer. But yeah, here's fucking M-Dash's version of the Calyrex. Calyrex? How the fuck do you even say? Dumb deer Pokemon from Gen 8. It's so good. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut real quick. It's so good. Like, that is just so good. Like, yeah, okay, I've heard some good things about the Sword and Shield OST, and I believe him. I believe him, because, you know, Radical Soda, as I mentioned before, you know, I trust his judgment, and he has been saying that the music's really good, and I agree, some of the music is really good, but it could be better, you know? I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I actually really like the rival theme from Gen 6, because it feels quintessentially Pokemon. You can tell that this is the generation after Gen 5, but they're still kicking and screaming, you know? They're still trying to make sure they're doing their best. That actually kind of reminds me, have you guys ever heard, like, those, fuck, what are they called? Shit. Interviews with the developers of, like, each Pokemon game. I love how in, like, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, people are like, dude, aren't you adding, like, too much content? Like, isn't enough? And they proceeded to say, fuck you, and added walking Pokemon to the game. In Gen 6, ORAS, they're like, we're not going to add the Battle Frontier because there's really no point to it. People aren't going to really have that much dedication to play this game. So why bother, you know? Nobody's gonna fucking care anyways. At least they did add it in as a joke. So, I do at least like that. They had some humor about it, and they at least had an excuse. And then in Gen 7, making games is very hard. Please don't be mad at me, sir, Mr. Nintendo player. We tried very hard at making the game, and making games is very, very hard. Please don't expect too much from me. It's do your fucking job. And then in Gen 7, or Gen 8, I mean, we're just gonna lie. We're just gonna lie about shit that's not actually in the game. Like, we're just gonna throw something together in Unity in like 5 seconds and just say, this is your next big AAA Nintendo game, give me $1,000, you know, give me $1,100, please. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Sword Shield is running in Unity, which is all looks like it sometimes. I kind of really want to listen to another M-Dash song now. Like, the music that he makes are so hype, and they're so good. Like, okay. Here's a song that I would want for the Champion theme. Just to give you an example of how thematically I want the Champion to be. Yeah, just give me a sec. Like, isn't that just so good? Like, okay, I don't know if you could tell, but I'd want the champion to be a lot more mature, basically. I want the champion to have, you know, emotions, feelings, to actually be worth a damn. Also, I forgot to do something very important. I'm gonna fix that right now. You know, I want the champion to have, like, you know, I want it to be a bit more believable as a human being. You know? Like, I want there to be more emotion behind him, instead of just, you know, I'm the best trainer in the whole Galar region. I have terrible fashion sense. Instead, I want him to be a bit more like, you know, sometimes he's, like, very unsure of himself, so he, like, kind of hides his eyes under his cap, you know, sort of keeps his face in a constant scowl to, like, hide weakness. He doesn't want people to think that they have a weak or lesser champion. He doesn't want to let somebody down. But at the same time, he's, like, very emotionally, you know, attached to his Pokemon, and would sooner take an attack himself from an opposing Pokemon than let his Pokemon take that attack. You know? A good champion, basically. And I want this champion to actually have a message behind it. You see, if you take a look at the champions in, like, previous games, you know, you might notice that there's something of a theme with each of them. Something that you can learn from them. In Gen 1, there was Blue, you know, being too cocky and not giving a shit about the people who care about you. You know, treating them like garbage, you know, it's gonna bite you in the ass. You know? Gen 2, we had Red. Lance doesn't really have much of a moral, but Red, you know, sometimes you have to sort of let go of the past in order to move on, I guess, because you do have to kind of beat, you know, who you were in the previous generation, I guess. I don't know jack shit about Wally or Wallace or, like, whatever the fuck their names are. I don't even fucking know. I don't care. Yeah, Wallace and Steven, I think. Cynthia, you know, about being confident, you know, being confident and caring, you know, just pushing ahead, even when people, you know, even when people tell you that you can't do it, just fucking don't listen to them. Or maybe do. I don't fucking, you know, just, like, believe, be confident in yourself, because Cynthia's a very confident champion, and rightfully so. You know, Alder. What was I gonna say about Alder? Shit. Fuck. I forget what I was gonna say about Alder. Fuck. He's a good champion. Shit. Fuck. Head empty, no thoughts. Moron. Come on. Let's just pretend that I said something really profound about Alder for now. Iris, you know, anybody can be, you know, a great person if they really try. Iris is a small fucking child. She's a little girl, and yet she is the champion of what is, in my opinion, the best region in the entire series. That's impressive. But, like, everything after that is just... I don't really like Diantha, because, you know, she actively admits that she doesn't mainly fight, she doesn't mainly train her Pokemon. She's a fucking supermodel first, trainer second. It's kind of lame. And Gen 7, don't even get me started. Gen 8? The less said about Gen 8, the better. But I want this one to have an actual meaningful, purpose behind it. Something that I feel was kind of a message that I think was kind of missing from the Pokemon series as a whole, up till now. I want the whole message behind this new trainer, this new champion. I want his message to be that you don't always have to be the best. Sometimes it's okay if somebody's ahead of you. Just so long as you're doing your best, that's what matters. It's okay if you can't always accomplish everything. Just get back up, try again, and don't let it get you down. Learn from mistakes. Alright, grow from them. That's what I want the whole message of this champion to be. Big brain. And it is kind of like a good message for a Pokemon game too, like, gotta catch them all, it's all like obnoxious and shit. What if we went against that grain? What if we went against that obnoxiousness and made something a bit more profound, a bit more meaningful? Because, like, whenever a Pokemon game has a very meaningful story, it often does a really good job. Like with Lily and Vanilla Sun and Moon, like, that shit brought a tear to my eye, and I fucking loved it so much. Like, the story in Sun and Moon is so underrated. Like, Lily's character arc is just so good. It's so good. Fuck. And especially that part where Lucamine... Sorry, I probably shouldn't spoil anything, maybe somebody's watching and... Okay, you know what? Spoiler alert. I'm gonna raise my hand and, like, put it up against the, and raise my hand like this, okay? And when I lower my hand, then that means the spoiler is over. Okay. Spoiler time. Okay, so basically, the part, like, in Ultra Space, Ultra Wilds, or whatever, where, like, Lucamine, like, after you beat her, like, and last thing she says to Lily is, "When did you become so beautiful?" Fuck. I want more writing like that. I want more profound and beautiful writing like that. Like, it's so good. It's amazing, and you get so attached to Lily, too. Because unlike in Ultra, they actually give her a fucking character arc this time, instead of everything just being about Necrozma. Alright, end of spoilers. Anyways, yeah. I want something a bit more... better. I guess that's one way of putting it. I want something better for this series. I want it to actually matter. Part of it, being with, like, the attachments that we grow with our Pokemon. We get so attached to them, we start to love them. I want, like, that emotional attachment to also be combined with the actual characters. In other words, make a cast that doesn't fucking suck. So, yeah. Oh no, I'm all out of soda. Give me table. Come on. Why aren't you... Come on, table. Be closer to me. Fucking give me the drink. My throat and my ribcage hurt right now. Good shit. Okay, so what next? Well, I already mentioned that, the region should be a bit more open in terms of what Pokemon are and aren't available. Well, not what aren't available. Like, I want to make sure that every, pre-Gen 6 Pokemon is available. I want to focus more on the legacy of, the 2D era of Pokemon. This clearly superior era. I mean, you don't have too much to worry about there, because, you don't have to do too much, considering the fact that that's a bit over half the dex, now that I think about it. How many fucking Pokemon are there? Okay. How many Pokemon Pokemon by national Pokedex number. Okay, let's go. Let's go through this. So, as of Gen 6, version 2, Gen 5, version 2, sorry, there was about 649 Pokemon! And, which has now been brought up to 898. Okay, that's a lot more than half. I'll admit. Calyrex looks stupid. I want to point out the fact that they've only actually introduced, they've only actually introduced, 2, 3, maybe 8 new Pokemon as of the DLC. How do you feel about that? How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel good? Are you okay with that? I'm not. I'm not okay with that. That blows. That totally blows. Ugh. It has the big G. The enormous G. Okay, let's listen to some more M-Dash, why not? Why the fuck not? Literally every fucking, video I try to watch has an ad now. Double ads. What the fuck, YouTube? Stop. Please. These ads aren't actually gonna fucking affect me. They're just gonna piss me off and make me not want to use your service even more. Okay, whatever. Here's something that I think would work well for, the elite trainers. The Elite 8, if you will. So, here we go. My neck hurts from doing that. Fuck. I can't headbang, and it makes me sad, because I want to headbang. But it makes my neck and my head hurt. I'm weak. Why am I so weak? I'm dying. I am perishing. Please help me. Cord. So yeah. What was this, sir? Oh yeah. I kind of went off on a tangent. I just realized. Okay. I was talking about like availability of Pokemon. I think that every starter should be available. Like every starter up to like Gen 5. All of them. And you can find any starters that you didn't pick like in the wild. In like those sort of like hidden grotto type areas, you know? I think hidden grottos were actually a pretty good idea. In my opinion. It's kind of sad that they just sort of like tossed them out, like literally next generation. It's sad. Because like I thought they were pretty good. I thought they were like a really good addition. You know, if utilized well by the game or the player. What was this flavor? Oh yeah. So this is a bit of a complaint that I know some people have towards the 3D Pokemon games. Character customization. I like character customization in games. I don't like it when it's executed poorly. Pokemon executes it kind of poorly sometimes. Like, you can't really change much about your face. You know, you're very restricted on what you can actually do with your hair. You know? Like, the only game that I think actually I can get my hair right in, you know, assuming I wear a hat over it, obviously, is X and Y, and I don't really like playing X and Y that much. It's not that fun to play. You know? So yeah, you can see where that becomes a bit of a problem for me, you know? Because, you know, apparently redheads just don't fucking exist as of Alola. Thanks. Feels great, man. Feels good. Feels great. Whatever. Ow. Ow, fuck. Like, okay. Give us the option to, like, customize our character right at the start of the game. Like, instantly. Like, give us a preset list of, like, you know, just a basic list of, like, clothing to start with. And, you know, a decent enough list of hairstyles and hair colors. You know, give us an option for what kind of trainer we might want to be, you know? Because, like, literally, every single 3D Pokemon game, this is what your fucking trainer looks like. Like, they literally just look like this. Like, that's just your character's face for the entire fucking game. Very rarely does it ever even change. Like, can we just, like, choose other faces? Maybe make ourselves a bit more diverse? Instead of, like, immediately knowing who the player character is within a crowd? Like, come on. Come on. Don't make us look so generic. Don't limit our like, imagination and expression. Because then that's when shit starts going down. That's when shit starts going down bad. Fuck. Oof. Okay. E. So, yeah. Basically give us better customization and make it more, you know, accessible? Make it more usable? Make it so that we don't have to go to very specific towns if we want a very specific thing on a very specific day. Like, you have any idea how hard it is to, like, build up your wardrobe in X and Y? You need to, like, visit specific stores in, like, very specific cities on very specific days of the week. Like, fuck off. Please. Oh, and don't think it's any better in Sun and Moon, because in that game, you just deadass can't get specific, like, clothing styles in either game. Because in Moon, you could only pick clothes with, like, cool colors, which I honestly prefer. But in Sun, which I really wish wasn't the case in Ultra Sun, because that's the version that I initially bought, in Ultra Sun, you're forced to use, like, warm colors. Ones that I don't like. So for the whole game, I was, like, really irked about my character. Like, I don't like this. I don't like the way he looks. He doesn't feel like me. And, you know, part of that's really helped by the fact that I can't wear anything that's long-sleeved. Come on. Like, fuck off. That's why you don't tie a gimmick around the design of your fucking... Like, at least the gimmick for, like, Unova and stuff was cool because it was believable. You know? But, like, come the fuck on, man. I mean, I guess I'm okay with Galar's gimmick, like, regional gimmick with its regional design. I don't like Gigantamax. I don't like it. I'm not talking about that gimmick. I'm talking about the gimmick that the whole region is designed after, the whole region itself. You know? Like, being based on, like, the UK mainland and stuff, you know? I'm okay with that. Much less so with the DLC stuff, because it's very generic and boring and stupid and one note. That's why you need diversity in a regional map. I did kind of sketch up this sort of, like, dumb, very, very basic map of the Sepia region. You know. It's very condensed, but that's because I had to fit it on the page. You know? Shit happens. That's something on my screen. But yeah. I would vastly prefer if, like... Oh yeah, I was talking earlier about, you know, art style stuff. I do want to show another example that I have here. Just let me find it real quick. Where is it? Maybe not that. I have a better one. If I could find it. Here it is. So, that's a good example of, Pokemon's design. Like how the art style should be, in my opinion. Alright. Like, I think that would be a better art style for it. Actually, hold on. Like, that's just so much nicer. You know? Alright, there we go. Anyways, what was I saying? I'm not actually sure what I was... Oh yeah. That art style. I don't know why I went on about art style again. Twice. Well, that, and also I'm just kind of like really proud of those drawings. You know? But, yeah. I don't know what else I can draw. I've got like half an hour left. She's right here. Well, I guess what I can say is that I'd like some opinions and input on all of us, you know? I'd appreciate that. Jesus fucking Christ. Thanks again, Twitch. Fucking being a shit service. Fun. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, I'd like input on all this. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Perfect. That sums up all of this. Oh, fuck. Should I love when every bone in my body is bad. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, I'd like some input on this, you know? You know, feel free to hit me up on Discord or something, or just comment on this. You know, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you would like to see added into the game. You know, like a walking Pokemon, and, you know, have them be, like, good this time. And, you know, not have, like, a 60 to anywhere, have a price tag on them anywhere between, like, $16 to $140. Because bad game design. But yeah. I'd like some input on this. And, you know, maybe next time I do this, it'll be a lot more positive. And I'll have a lot more, like, originality behind this. Because, trust me, I do have a lot of headcanon behind this. It's just that I haven't really shown any of it because I kind of want, like, a more solid idea of what to do with this exactly. You know? So, yeah. But other than that, yeah. So yeah, just be sure to let me know, like, what you guys think of this, and what you think needs to be added to all of this. You know? Because I did, like, put a lot of forethought into this, you know? A lot of forethought. Like, I started putting forethought into this ever since, like, you know, before Sword and Shield ever even came out. Long before Sword and Shield ever came out. Like, goddamn. But, yeah. That being said, I don't know. Never know. Maybe something will happen with these ideas, you know? Maybe this input and, constructive and also destructive criticism will maybe go somewhere, hopefully. Probably not. Because, you know, Nintendo and their subsidiaries, they're all dumb as bricks and just as stubborn as one. They're dumb as bricks and just about as stubborn as a wall of them, so... whatever. I swear to God, the text keeps switching around. Like, just do it in alphabetical order, you dumb fuck. Just playing with my headphone wire. I don't know if I should end the stream here or not. I don't know. I might have like a brain blast and just suddenly remember, oh yeah, this very important thing that I should have mentioned so that everything else doesn't sound stupid. One thing I should mention is that I'm not making a fan game of any of this. Because, we all know what happens to people who make fan games of Nintendo properties. They get defensive. Unreasonably defensive. You can't even be like, I'm not even profiting off of this. This is literally just a love letter. And like, no, shut it down. We don't care. Shut it down. You are stealing our money. Shut it down. Right now. Like, fuck right off. It's so dumb. Whatever. Maybe somebody will take some of my ideas and make something out of them. You never know. Somebody more talented. Somebody clearly better than me at literally fucking everything. Or maybe they'll just go nowhere like everything else I do, so... Oops. Kind of forgot the futility of human endeavor there for a second. I'm actually pretty sure that nobody even watched this stream, like, at all. Like, not even a single viewer. Not a one. I'm not even joking, too. I'm actually, like, pretty sure that there's been, like, no viewership whatsoever. Like, not a single person. Not even one. It's pretty depressing, honestly. But hey, whatever, that's why I'm gonna be uploading the VOD later. You know? But hey, now we've got all the bitching and moaning out of the way, we can focus on, like, more specific stuff the next time we, you know, jump into this. You know, like, actual design stuff. I don't know if this should have, like, any new Pokemon in it. But if it does, I do have a couple of ideas, I suppose. For, like, starters and stuff, you know? And only starters. And a regional variant of Geodude. No, it didn't. What the fuck are you talking about? My tablet's being weird. It's like... having, like, connection issues and shit. It's telling me that the stream ended, but it literally did not. It's dumb. I'm actually gonna check Twitch and make sure that that didn't actually fucking happen. I'm just gonna make sure that that didn't actually happen. Oh god, it actually did! What the fuck? Okay. Fuck. Whatever. Thanks, Twitch. Thanks for being a very reliable streaming service. It's fucking stupid. Whatever. Whatever. Doesn't even matter. Oh. Whatever. Oh yeah, individual gym themes and stuff. That'd be pretty cool. Oh yeah, and that's another thing that needs to come back. Friggin'... I forget what it was called. Dynamic battle music. Yeah, yeah. We need dynamic battle music to come back. Just leave the cat alone. But yeah, I'm talking about like, you know, stuff like, you know, the low HP music. You know, what if that, instead of just replacing the song that's currently playing, Jesus Christ, I can't even think. What if instead it like added a heavier like drum track to the song? You know? I feel like that'd be pretty smart, you know? Like trying to find. And as for the you know, the last Pokemon song, here's another example from M Dash. Holy shit, it didn't give me an ad this time. What the fuck? It's a miracle. Yeah, something like that. See? That was good. That was very... No, that's not what I wanted to do, fuck. That was good. See, that's that's what should be happening. Fuck. What am I even saying? But yeah. Make it happen. Please. Like, stop omitting features for the sake of something that's, like, not as nearly as good. And is just flat out bad. You know, just fucking... Like, we're not progressing, we're regressing with each game, I find. And it gets pretty frustrating. You know? It gets very frustrating. What the fuck did this even happen? Oh. Alright, whatever. So, yeah, that pretty much covers, like, most, if not all, of what I wanted to really talk about, I suppose. I don't know. I guess one new idea that I wish would actually, like, be a part of the series would be, like, you know how you get quotes from the trainer when they challenge you, and also when you beat them? What if there was also, like, a quote when they beat you? I feel like that's been missing from the series this whole time. Like, they sort of taunt you a little bit. When are we gonna get that? I don't know. I just feel like that would have been a good thing to add. You know? Like, I think that would be a pretty smart way of going about it. I don't know why I keep just saying that. Out of nowhere, I just am. For the sake of padding time. I don't know. I guess I really fulfilled my purpose for today, so I guess I can sort of stop streaming now. So, once again, let me know what you think about all this stuff. You know, join my Discord if you want to, like, give me direct input. Or if you want to just, like, flat out talk to me or whatever. And also to, you know, stay up to date on, like, streams that are happening. The next stream I'm going to be actually doing for a friend, a fellow streamer of mine, Soka. I'm going to be making him a brand new channel banner. Live. It's gonna be good. It's gonna good. It's gonna good. So see you then. Peace out. Fucking yeah. Alright. I'll fuck off. Night everybody. Thanks for watching.